On this episode, we get ready for Nurses Week 2018.
2018, here we come.
I can't believe it's already here.
Yep.
So, Nurses Week, that is, not 2018, because that would be really late.
You're way behind.
Super late. We're going to do it with our Director of Brand Experience, Mr. Matt Lawhorn.
Hello.
Talk about what we've got in store for Nurses Week 2018. Ready?
Let's do it.
Atlas All Access starts now.
Kirken at 0450.
All right, so Mr. Matt Lawhorn is here with us, Director of Brand Experience for Atlas. And it wasn't always like that. So it was just about a year ago where we posted, you and I, stood in this very room, over in this corner over here, and took a video of our Nurses Week gifts, which it was this thing here. Remember
It had a koozie and it had a water bottle and had some other stuff in it.
Yep. So that was the Nurses Week gift for last year. Nice little neoprene.
I still get pictures of them from nurses on assignment. It's pretty cool.
For any nurses that still have this, so there's the fun koozie in there or whatever, I've heard, I'm not condoning this, but I've heard that this thing comes off, right?
Yep.
This fits around a wine bottle.
True story, it does.
Yes. So, I don't know. Only a nurse would figure that out.
Yep.
So, hey, but why not?
Hey, you don't always have the equipment you need, Rich, and so
You make do.
yes.
Yeah.
Once again, I'm not judging. I think it was a fun way
It's
to.
a great idea.
Yeah. So we stood in this very room. Over 16,000 views on that video, which is by far the most popular video we've ever done. Which was
It was our first one.
Our first
which,
one.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
You holding a selfie stick.
Yeah.
And we both look like homeless guys
Yeah.
in that
I
picture.
still look like a homeless guy.
Well,
Yeah.
your beard is fierce though. It's
I'm
fantastic.
gonna get trimmed up one of these days.
Yeah. But
After Nurses Week.
well, I don't know. No. But after 16,000 views, we decided there might be something to this video thing.
Yeah.
And so it's been it's just under a year-long process now to transition out of traditional marketing for us into this Atlas brand and the Atlas experience. And so if you want to talk about the Atlas experience a little bit, which is what you're in charge of.
So everybody, as we were researching this, like everybody has a marketing team, right? They have a marketing, and we want to be different, and we are different. And what we do for our nurses is what separates us. So Nurses Week is wonderful, and we love this time of year, but we try to do this all year long for our nurses. It's not one time a year, and Rich will talk about that in a little bit. But so me taking over the experience side, that is all what we call the lasting effect, and the things that make a difference with these nurses, right, on their assignments. So we do what they call Atlas Adventures, send them on these cool expeditions. I just got one the other day. They were parasailing, hand gliding, whale watching. We've done just about everything. So my job is to, while they're on assignment, is that experience, right? They're there to work, but let's introduce them to Boston. Let's introduce them to local cuisine in Louisiana. So, and it's a full-time job. We have 3 of us that do this, just handle the experience side of this, which has grown significantly.
Well, then from a recruiter aspect too, talk about that. I mean, as a nurse starts a contract then, and how do you work through that?
Absolutely. It's kind of one of those fun things that, you get through the placement and the interviews and all that kind of stuff, and setting up a reminder to kind of get them, into their assignment, working, everything's good, timesheets are coming in, those kind of things. And then, I always try to talk with my nurse a little bit about something that they've seen or something they'd like to do in the area. And, I always kind of ask them, some people I know, what they like to do and everything. But sometimes I'll just ask them, hey, is there a sporting event? Is there a concert? Do you like to rock climb? Do you like to be outdoors? Give me, kind of some ideas. So some people I'll surprise them. Some other people that, some nurses are just very introverts or they just don't share a ton of information.
Sure.
I'll actually ask those people, hey, give me some ideas. What's something you want to do?
Yeah.
To get,
or that you need,
or you
something
need.
that
Yeah.
they're
Sure.
going on vacation, they're going to go to Europe, and they want a backpack. So let's hook them up with everything they need to head to Europe.
Yep.
So it's some cool stuff, and Adam does a great job. We have some neat ideas that the recruiters have come up with. In the past.
Yep. But once again, it goes back to the teamwork of me and my nurses and finding something that is useful. I don't want to just send them something to go do something. I want it to be something where they're happy. They want to go do that. They can take their family. A lot of times I encourage them like, hey, can you take one of your kids or your husband or whatever to go with you as well to experience that if
or
they're
a friend
on assignment.
And the thing to keep in mind is, so Atlas Adventures, everything comes out of my marketing budget, right? We don't have a huge marketing team, so we're able to do these types of things because this is worked into my marketing budget.
Now, and just as a reminder, because we've talked about this before, what side of the equation is the marketing budget on?
So, I mean, we're handling it on my side. It's not coming out of your pay, right? There's never a time that this comes out of any of the nurses' pockets.
Yep.
This is all out of our marketing budget. So instead of having a huge fancy building or a extravagant things for our nurses, we put all that money back towards these special events, which are memorable for the nurse.
Yeah.
And so I just want everybody to keep that in mind because I get asked that a lot. Well, why don't, I'm getting charged for this on the end.
Right.
You're not. On the backside, you're not. This is all coming out of marketing.
Yeah, this comes out of our side. Like, this is what we make.
Right.
And then a lot of times, you get the negative feedback of, well, it's still my profit, still those things. Once again, we don't put on television commercials like McDonald's or Burger King or anything like that. So, this is how we choose to spend our marketing budget, on our nurses, back for our nurses. So I know it gets some negative feedback sometimes, but it's truly something that, it's really just a big thank you for joining the Atlas team, and we want you to stay, and it's something cool that we can do for you.
So with all that being said, it's not that we're not going to celebrate Nurses Week. I think we're going to celebrate Nurses Week in a big way. But, and this sounds cheesy and cliche, but every week is Nurses Week for us.
Yeah.
Like that's important. That's where we came from. We understood that if we wanted to succeed, it was because of the nurses on contract, not the hospital contracts, not the, whatever. It's the nurses on contract that believe in the company that they work for. Because there was a whole lot of 6 years ago, there was a whole lot of distrust, and there is now, obviously, I get it, but, that an understanding they don't have someone or a company they can believe in. And if we thought, okay, if we can be that, if we can be true to them, then we will succeed. And
Nurses Week is just the icing on top. This is just something else we do. But if you look at what the experience team does, we do this every day. Every single day, this is happening.
Yeah.
So it's like we just, like you said, this is not anything. This is just a fun time for everybody. It's just a way to us to say thank you on top. And I think if you talk to our nurses, they'll tell you the same thing. That we do this stuff for them all the time.
actually, before we walked in here, I got an email from one that from our current email that has all of the stuff that we did for the previous week that we just started doing and sent it out to our active travelers.
Yeah.
She said thank you. She's like, this is a great. What you're doing is great, and it kind of makes you feel good. Like it's something like, okay, this is making a difference.
You're getting a return. Yeah. Definitely.
Absolutely.
No, we love it.
Yeah. So then, Nurses Week 2018.
It's a large package you got there, sir.
Right there.
What could be in there?
Right there. Matt, I wanted to show it. Matt said no. He's the bad guy.
I think the surprise is good.
Yeah. No, I agree.
So that's it right there. So we'll and there'll be some additional footage here. We have about half of them packed by now, and we're right around 900.
Yeah.
Are we running a contest? Did I just give it away?
Yeah. Well, that's what we did last year. No, that's what we did that first year. Remember, we had everybody.
Guess how many?
Guess how many we had. So we'll come up with something. But
if you watch the podcast, then you have a sneak preview.
Yeah.
Or you kind of know how many possible.
And we do all this in house. So this is the recruiters, client managers. Everybody gets together. We build a huge assembly line, and we just start putting these together. We have a great time. So we have to get everybody's addresses. It's funny because my first Nurses Week, I think I sent out it was like 400
Yeah.
And I remember doing that
That's
kind
probably
of by myself, and I thought, holy smokes. Yeah, I don't know if you have.
Was it this? Was
Yeah.
it the tile?
Yep.
I think it
So
was the tile.
This was 2 years ago.
Yep.
This was the nurses we give 2 years ago was the little tile. What we found out on these things though, the battery dies in about a year.
Yeah.
And you can't replace it.
It was a cool idea.
It's a cool idea. It's a lot of fun.
So, you can kind of see where it's moved. This literally, when we get these all packed, this will take up an entire room. We'll have an actual postage truck come and pick all these up for
Yep.
us. So,
and it priority mail $7 a piece. That adds up quickly.
yeah,
so.
but it's worth it. Again,
Yeah, it's totally worth it.
It's not a gift card. We're not going to email you something. We are taking the time to email to package these. And again, we have a great time doing it.
Right.
So,
Well, it's not. It's at least something for every one of our active nurses, right?
Yeah,
It isn't
right.
like, hey, sign up because we're on Facebook this week and you could win a toaster oven,
Right,
maybe.
right.
I don't know.
Yeah.
And maybe you win. I don't know. This is something we could do for everyone.
and we'll have some
so.
drawings as well. But this is a gift that every one of our current travelers that are working with us right now are going to get. So,
I think we should not call the postmaster. I think we should show up with the postmaster with our team with their cameras and see what the postmaster says.
have you been
when
in
you
there?
have?
Like,
That's what I'm saying.
I've
is
showed up
I-
with like 100 things, and I get the dirtiest looks.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what
If
I'm
I
saying.
This is going to be like truckloads.
I think so.
They would call the cops on us.
Yeah, they're going to lose their mind.
They would. They would definitely. Yeah.
And then we'll stop it.
horrible
And then we'll stop with the DMV afterwards.
Yeah, no, that would be funny. Put a GoPro on, and just watch his face. Yeah,
It's,
he's like, I hate you guys.
yes.
So
Christmas is like that too, though. I guess that's.
it'll be fun.
It will be a lot of fun.
It's,
So
it's a good time.
look there's a ton of fun stuff coming up next week. We'll be coming back from a meet and greet in St. Louis. I'm very sad that my friend Adam here is not going to be joining me this year in
I
St.
know
not
Louis.
it's sad. No, I
No?
can't.
No.
I can't.
We're taking two new recruiters. So if you are in St. Louis, coming up, we will be in town tomorrow, all through the weekend. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we will be in town. We have events Friday all day, Saturday all day, and then Sunday, maybe we fly out pretty early. We might squeeze something in. You never know.
Yeah,
So,
great.
It's gonna be a fun time.
I can't wait to see and hear about all the fun stuff.
Absolutely. So
Are we going to do contests every day
yes.
along with the gifts going
And
on?
we always do that. So again, that's not what the focus is, but we will definitely have contests and everything, and we will announce those as each day. So
Yep.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So
And so if you're an active Atlas nurse right now, these will go out on Friday?
probably Friday. Yeah.
Friday.
Yep.
So then you will get them the first part of Nurses Week.
Usually takes about 2 days to get there,
Next
so
week.
just keep an eye open.
Yep. Perfect.
Yeah,
All right.
good stuff.
Matt,
You guys
thanks
have a great week.
Thanks for being here.
Yep.
We'll see you next week.